Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoicism and Spirituality channel. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most powerful philosophies for achieving true inner freedom. We're talking about the philosophy of Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers in history. Epictetus believed that true freedom does not depend on what happens around us, but on how we respond to those situations. Epictetus used to say, "It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them." This means that even when something negative happens, we have the power to choose how to react. In other words, true freedom does not come from the absence of difficulties or control over the world, but from controlling our own reactions. Example: imagine you receive criticism at work. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, you can choose to see it as an opportunity for learning. What Epictetus teaches us is that the situation itself is not the problem, but the way we interpret and react to it. Epictetus's philosophy also teaches us to understand the difference between what we can control and what we cannot control. For him, focusing on what is outside of our control is one of the greatest sources of suffering. If we try to control the actions of others or external events, we will always be subject to frustration. But if we focus on our own behavior and attitude, that is where we can achieve true freedom. Epictetus said that the only thing completely under our control is our own mind. Our choices, our beliefs, and our attitudes toward events are the only things we can control. Therefore, inner freedom comes from self-mastery, from the ability to choose our reactions and emotions. Example: think of a situation where you feel powerless, like in traffic or when facing a tough situation at work. Instead of stressing out or getting irritated, ask yourself, what can I control here? What is under your control is how you choose to react to this situation. You can choose to stay calm, maintain your rationality, and even use the situation to improve your patience. When we talk about inner freedom, it's also important to address the idea of acceptance. Epictetus taught that we must accept the things we cannot change and, instead of fighting against them, work with them. Life is full of surprises and setbacks. Accepting circumstances without resistance allows us to move forward with more serenity. Example: imagine you planned a trip and for some reason it doesn't happen. Instead of becoming frustrated and trying to force things, you accept that it was beyond your control. By doing this, you free yourself from emotional pain and can think of alternatives or simply enjoy your time in another way. For Epictetus, true freedom comes from detachment. It's not about having everything we want or controlling every aspect of our life, but learning to live with what we have and being grateful for it. When we detach ourselves from expectations and the constant desire for more, we can live in peace with what we have, and that gives us a sense of freedom. Example: imagine you're in a store and see something you would really like to buy, but don't need. When feeling the desire to acquire it, you remind yourself that freedom comes from detachment. So, instead of giving in to the impulse, you remember that what truly matters is peace of mind and choose not to buy. This doesn't mean you can never purchase something, but that you are not controlled by the desire for more. Epictetus also teaches us to focus on the present moment. Often we get lost in thoughts about the future or dwell on the past, which pulls us away from the present moment. True freedom for Epictetus is being fully present and controlling our thoughts so we can appreciate what's around us now. Example, let's think of a moment when you're talking to someone, but your mind is preoccupied with concerns about the future. This causes you to miss the opportunity to truly connect with the person in front of you. By remembering Epictetus's philosophy, you focus on the conversation, allowing yourself to be 100% present and thus make the most of the moment. Finally, Epictetus's philosophy teaches us freedom through self-knowledge. The more we know our own beliefs, desires, and values, the more we're able to make decisions that align with what's truly important to us. Instead of following external patterns and expectations, we can live according to our own code of ethics and values. Example, let's say you have a friend who constantly criticizes your life choices. Instead of feeling pressured to change to please others, you remember your own values and choices and make decisions that are better for your inner peace without worrying about external judgment. Epictetus teaches us that true freedom is not about controlling the external world, but about controlling how we react to it. By focusing on inner control, detachment, and acceptance, we can find lasting peace and live with more balance. When we understand that our mind is the only thing we can truly control, we can access true freedom. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs to hear this, and let me know in the comments. Did this video help you? Subscribe to the channel for more content on philosophy and personal development. Don't forget to watch these other 2 videos and further enhance your knowledge.